Okay, so I'm kind of addicted to Five Nights at Freddy's.
And welcome to Five Nights at Freddy's, an indie horror game that you guys suggested en masse.
Oh!
It's a camera. The camera came up. Was that a bunny?
So in that montage I just showed you, those are of course a bunch of FNAF YouTubers that I've kind of been watching. But I mean, I even bought a plushie, you know, for Pete's sake. I bought the Bonnie plush or whatever. So I really, after I played the first game, I really just kind of got into the franchise and everything. I wanted to know more. I wanted to know about the lore and everything. I kind of knew about it beforehand, but not really. But yeah, and so that eventually led me to make this MOC. And I must say, this MOC was expensive to make and everything. How could this MOC be expensive to make? Because I didn't have enough of these 2x2 tiles in white and black. I basically used all of mine on the FNAF 1 office. The only ones I had were like these 3 right here, and the rest I didn't have. So I had to order them online. It was like 20 bucks or something like that. I have like a bunch more of white and black 2x2 tiles. So I can always use those if I want to do more Five Nights at Freddy's MOCs, maybe expand or whatever, or just for animations or other MOCs. So yeah, that's why this video, it's expensive. I would really appreciate if you guys could like and subscribe. But enough rambling, let's get on to the video. Okay, so this thing is really dark. As you can see, you can barely even see inside. So I'm going to take the roof off. It isn't like meant to really be taken off. It's kind of like flimsy actually to be taken off. Like you have like the light and everything. It's very like just flimsy, and it's not really built that well. But yeah, there's the roof. I'm just gonna set that off to the side, and so we can look inside at the details of the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 office. Okay, so the first thing we have here is we have a security guard. He isn't really that, Here, let me move this out of the way so I can focus on this. He isn't really anything too special. Sorry, for some reason my camera isn't focusing on him, but it's just a pretty basic security guard. He does have like the Lego Movie 2 thing, but from the back, you can't really tell. And yeah, I'm really happy with how the security guard turned out. He has the flashlight too, because he used the flashlight quite a lot in FNAF 2. But the office itself, I am very proud with how it turned out. Let me get some light in here. My lights don't really reach, but you can see that there's a lot of stuff in there. So I'm gonna go and like adjust everything so we can look at the tinier details. Okay, so here we have the inside of the FNAF 2 office. Now, from like this, it looks pretty accurate to the games. I would say you have the desk with some things. I forgot to actually clean these. I was supposed to wash these off before I filmed this, but I forgot. So those are just supposed to be blank, but there's paper there. You have the fan there. You have a little soda, and you have the, the camera right there, or the computers and stuff. There are like posters on the walls. Like this is where the Five Nights at Freddy's poster would be, where you can click Freddy's nose. I don't obviously have those. My printer, I could print them out, but it'd be a hassle trying to get the measurements, and my printer only prints in black and white, so I wouldn't be able to do that. But yeah, the office itself, I'd say compared to a figure, I think it compares pretty well. You know, you just have them there, you have a stud there, but a jumper plate, I mean. But I think it compares well. On the side, you have a little like bench or stool, or I guess it's a desk. Yeah, it's a little desk, and you have a brown helmet that's supposed to represent the the Freddy head that you can wear in the games. Now, obviously, I don't have like a Freddy head. You know, I tried building one, but it was a bit too big and it just didn't really work. There are like knockoff figures which I might buy to put in the MOCs too, but I think for what it is, I'm really happy with how it turned out. You can see, if I just kind of do this, you can see kind of how big it is, how many plates I had to use. On the sides, you have the vents. Now the vents are just covered up by black 4x4 plates and everything. It's the same on the other side as well. You can take the things off, so you could have the vents open if you wanted to. I'm just leaving them black just because, you know, it looks a bit better. You know, like it looks more accurate to the games and everything like that. And one thing is, I guess we'll go talk about the back. Now the back, up top, you have like some texturing details and things like that. So I'm really happy with how that turned out. Then you have, what is it, this like giant doorway at the front, like in the original game. Let me remove the desk really quick. But you have this giant doorway covered by just a bunch of plates. If I go to the side, you can see it's attached by a bunch of those, or not a bunch, but just some, what is it? What are they called? Bracket pieces, that's what they were called. And you can just take this out entirely. And so I added the main reason why I added those black things was to cover this up, because on the shelf, you know, it doesn't really look good. What is it? I obviously didn't want to build the entire hallway going out into there. You know, it'd be impossible from my budget. So I decided to add these, what is it, like black holes or whatever. I didn't do this in the FNAF 1 MOC, like for the doors or whatever. But so this is probably the only FNAF MOC I am gonna do like these black entrances or whatever. So yeah, so let's go and talk to the outro now. That's kind of it for the FNAF 2 office. Now, despite this being my biggest FNAF MOC and one of my kind of bigger MOCs, more like a medium-sized kind of MOC, you know, there isn't really too much to it. You know, it's pretty simple. There isn't really too much to talk about. You know, it's just like, you know, a nice simple office type building thing. I'm very happy with how it turned out. Again, I would really appreciate if you could leave a like, because I spent almost like 20 bucks on this video. So obviously I'm not going to get any money back because I don't have 1,000 subscribers yet, but I would just really appreciate it if I could get, you know, a like, a subscribe, you know, a view even. I'm happy with that. But yeah, that's basically it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this MOC. I spent a lot of time on it. And more FNAF MOCs are coming. The first one did really well, and we're going to be making a FNAF 3 and 4 MOC. So be looking forward to that. And yeah, that's basically it for this video. Hope you have a fantastic day today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.